Okay, good afternoon everyone. Allow me to welcome all of you to Ibrox this afternoon. I'm delighted that so many of you managed to join us today as we launch our Community Engagement Blueprint. This is an initiative which everyone connected with Rangers Football Club believes is of vital importance, because we want to be looked upon as good neighbours who care deeply about our community and environment, and it's the start of the club looking to improve the wider matchday experience for fans and the community alike. We at Rangers are proud to belong to Glasgow and the governing Ibrox area in particular, and we want everyone to know we'll be doing everything in our power to ensure that our home does not impact negatively on the homes of others. So we're working closely with Glasgow City Council, the community councils and local residents and Police Scotland to protect and maintain our shared environment, and I'm pleased that representatives of those mentioned are here today. We have Chief Inspector Simon Jaycock, Andy Halliday, who was born and bred in Copeland Road, David Hamilton of the Scottish Government, Councillors Stephen Dornan and John Kane, Glasgow Housing Association's Jennifer Russell and Leslie McGregor, and Community Councillors John McKinstry and John Corbett and Karen Docherty of the Govan Area Partnership. And it's really important to us that we work in tandem with all of these stakeholders. Club 1872 are also represented, as are Ibrox Primary School, Govan High School and the Rangers Charity Foundation, which is doing a lot of important work in the local community. It's a pleasure also to welcome members of the media. It's important that we get the message across that Rangers is a caring club, which values its place at the heart of the local community and its relationship with all of the local stakeholders. There's been a number of fact-finding meetings with councillors and local residents so that we can better understand the local concerns, and it's our firm intention to improve our relationship with local residents. Your media releases list the ways in which the club have been proactive, and our commitment to ensuring we can all live in harmony is unwavering. These actions are only the start. Other initiatives will be announced in due course, which will help to further enhance the matchday experience for fans and local residents. This is an important day for all of us, and we believe the beginning of a much better existence for each and every one of us. So again, thank you for coming along today, and I now pass you over to Chief Inspector Simon Jaycock from Police Scotland to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you and good afternoon. Police Scotland is delighted to work with Rangers Football Club in this new community initiative. Dealing with antisocial behaviour on match days is and always has been a priority for us. We want to encourage all football supporters to act responsibly and to respect the residents and businesses who live and work in the vicinity of the stadium. As you'll have seen in your press release, recently police officers and stewards have been carrying out joint patrols on match days to address issues of antisocial behaviour and to encourage positive behaviour from the football supporters. And I think this initiative is a great idea of how, by all working together, we can more effectively tackle the problems and improve the well-beings in our community. Our local problem-solving teams have been working closely with residents and community councils to address the issues that they've been facing on match days, and I see this initiative as being a great step forward in tackling those issues and problems. I would, however, stress that this is a problem that is just caused by a very small minority of Rangers supporters. The vast majority of supporters attending matches behave in a responsible and appropriate manner and a credit to their club.
Thanks, Simon. There's a short video I've got to show you now, which really just trying to highlight some of the issues that we're trying to address and to take forward. I'm actually just to turn your eyes to the screen, please. So the idea is that we'll show that on match days, not go on the big screens, and hopefully, you know, over time as people see it and as we improve and we provide more options for the fans and more things for fans to do, you know, and more things to entertain them. Actually, we'll improve the overall ambience of the area on a match day. Councillor Kane and Councillor Dornan are here with us. I don't know, guys, you want to just say a couple of words?
Yeah, absolutely. As a local resident, I've actually been this guy's neighbour for about 15 years without quite realising it. I live in Copeland Road and I'm very proud that I'm also a Govan councillor. As a councillor, I attend quite a number of community council meetings, and it's a subject, matchday problems, that comes up on a fairly regular basis. And I was absolutely delighted when I was at a meeting with Rangers and Stewart a couple of months ago, and some of the members of the community council came along in order to express their views and to talk about some of the problems that they faced on match days. Now, it is only a very small minority of supporters, and I think that the initiative that you've done and put this film together with the assistance not only of the community council but the kids is really good. And if that's something that's played on a regular basis, I sincerely hope that the fans will respond, and I'm sure they will.
Okay, thank you. Steve?
Okay, I also actually live across the road from Andy's granny, who I'm sure he will agree is more formidable than him. If it wasn't for her, Fairfield Bowling Club before apart. I'm also a local resident, born and bred in Govan. I think this is a welcome initiative by Rangers Football Club. One of the biggest problems for us in the emails that we get every day, 80% of everything we get is to do with LES, Land Environmental Services. And if you dig down to what the problems are here, it's litter, it's urinating in the street, it's match day parking. So all of those issues are brought up at community councils and tenants meetings, and we have to in some way address them. So it's good now that we can sit around a table with this club and they can play a big part in how we address a lot of these problems that are raised by the community, and we try and represent them as best we can.
Okay, thanks Stephen. Any questions?
How big an issue is it, Stewart, and where do you see this, say, in a year's time? Where would you like to be with this?
I think it's not a massive issue, but it's big enough an issue for it to be of causing an issue with the residents. They've raised it with us, so I think it's only right that if we want to be a good neighbour, we actually do something about it. And I think that'll enhance the experience for everybody, on a match day. I think going forward, without putting specific timeframes on it, I think we need to continually look to enhance the match day experience. We need to be looking at more for the fans to do. I'm normally in here quite early on a Saturday, and it amazes me how many people are hanging around the stadium at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and there's really not an awful lot for them to do. So we need to be coming up with better ideas of entertainment, different places for them to eat, different food and drink outlets for them, and just other things for them to do, so that we're actually bringing people into the area around the stadium and off the streets.
Have you got any ideas at this moment what those types of entertainment will be?
Well, we need to. Part of it comes from you have to go through licensing processes with the council, Andy, to get there. So we're starting to pull those plans together, and realistically, we'll be looking at next season. We've got the street football in the car park at Edmiston House, for example, where some of the former players, and I see Bomber at the back there, is taking part in those. We get kids are coming in and playing with the former players, and that's going down really well. But we need to be looking at more of these kind of ideas.